What's the word? What's the word, man? Welcome back. Luv from the Trenches, man. It's your boy, Love City Dre, and I got some special guests in the building with me today, man. We got my man, Trey Moolah.
Yeah.
And Trey, the other Trey.
Yeah, I'm the first Trey, though.
So, a lot of people in the city, man, never get to hear from the youngsters, man, from the young people. They always get to hear all the crazy stuff about them, the stuff they see on the news, the stuff they see on social media, but they don't never get to hear from y'all like in a podcast and having a conversation with y'all, man. So I think more than anything, that's kind of like what I want to get done today. I want the people to hear directly from y'all, man. So what's going on with y'all, man? Trey, let's start off with you, man. If y'all don't know, this is the voice of Love City, man. So y'all can hear the intro.
Voice, yeah.
You ain't shooting Love City. His voice done changed. That's how long ago he did that shit. But this is him, man. And y'all related?
Yeah. Look cuz right here,
No,
So
that's not good. That's not good.
So what's up, Trey? What you got going on, bro?
Man, I just
Music now?
Yeah, I've been doing music, man.
What else you been doing?
I've been really writing. I've been acting too, little short film, Love City been. We've been working, been grinding, We're working on getting a bigger movie, bigger things. Bro.
Trey, what you been on?
Shit, trying to, get back on my feet, man. A lot of shit didn't happen past these months. I'm trying to get back, man. I'm back there, but I'm just, trying to get my shit back together.
And we got your little partner in the movie too, right?
Yeah, and I did get a look. I act a little bit, and it's a little beast though. It ain't.
How you like it?
Yeah, it's better than I thought it was gonna be. I ain't gonna let that shit was a little creepy.
We kind of just threw you in there like you ain't even get to practice.
I'm sitting right there. I'm like, I had check it out. Damn.
So what happened was we had somebody else playing that role, and it was a 2-day shoot, but it was the same scene. So the dude that was in the scene the first day, he didn't show up day 2. So we had to reshoot all the scenes, and then you was just saying like, "Hey man, we're gonna need you to fill in. I need you to play this role." Shit, you came in, you knocked it out, but you did good. You think you see yourself doing some more of that?
I don't even care. As long as I'm just doing something instead of just sitting there looking slow.
Yeah. No, so I mean, this is just the beginning, bro. Like, we just getting started. Like, we just learning how to put the stories together. We still learning how to, do the camera angles the right way, doing the sound the right way. So, we supposed to, we ain't got it all figured out, but we on our way, though, you know what I'm saying? So hopefully, you stick around and shit and watch this thing grow with us. So, you weren't in the program from the beginning, man. Where you was at?
Locked up, shit. You know that? I was bumped, shit. I was alive. Shit.
You still fighting the case?
Well, because I had took a plea deal, so they had, the plea deal was 24 months probation, and that they was going to dismiss 2 of my cases, but the rest of my cases was going to stay on my background. And they was going to dismiss both my gun cases.
So you caught 2 pipe cases. All right, so we ain't got to go into too much details, but a lot of people just wonder, like, why do people feel like you got to have a gun on you in the city?
I feel like, I ain't gonna lie, me personally, I can't go out like that. So I know I gotta, keep going on me. Cause I just, I want to live my life. I'm trying to turn myself around so I wouldn't have to always keep going.
So you feel like, what people don't understand is like, sometimes people feel like a gun gonna keep you safe.
It ain't always gonna keep you safe, cause.
But I know a lot of people cause I know, bro, like I told you, you just got the audio, I told you like when I was your age, I was in the audio. You know what I'm saying? So I know the feeling, like, I'm older now, so I ain't got no ego, I'm more mature now, like I don't care what people feel and think about me. But I used to be scared, bro. Like I didn't want to die, you know what I'm saying? So I used to be like, I'm gonna keep this shit gonna keep me safe, it's gonna keep me alive, you know what I'm saying? And I think that's the part that a lot of people don't understand. Like, how do you make it to where like we don't feel that way, so we don't gotta do that, Like now I'm older, so So the people that's like in the streets really don't even, when they see me, they just see like an older dude. So it ain't the same. Cause I be telling people one of the hardest jobs that I know is being a young person in Chicago, bro. Like it seems like if you young and you black or Latino, bro, it's like you a target. You know, whether it's like mistaken identity, just guilty by association, whatever the case is, man. But I also really believe that if you move a certain way, you're really not gonna like feel like you're gonna have a gun on, you know what I'm saying? So again, it'd be depending upon the type of people you're around, the type, like, you know, like if it's a hot block and you on the block, then yeah, you probably might need one because something might happen. So what do? Like maybe don't be on that block, you know what I'm saying? But it's hard when like people you know is over there, people that you've been knowing. So it's easier said than done. So I understand, like that's why I don't never judge nobody. But hopefully, bro, like you said, you're trying to turn your thing around. You know, that's what we're here for at Love City, bro. Like trying to give people like opportunities to get into some other stuff that's not gonna lead to like anything negative. You know what I'm saying? Like hopefully we do one of these movies, man. One of y'all become a star or whatever, and we take off, and then now we in a better place. But how do you feel about? I mean, you wasn't in the audio home enough, but last year you was in the car with your homies, and the car got shot up. You know what I'm saying? So how did you feel like after that whole experience?
I ain't gonna lie. When I was happening though, I thought like, ain't like praying why it was happening. I ain't know. Everything was moving too fast. I'm like in my head like, dang, I know this not going on. And I'm just thinking, I ain't know I was hit or nothing. I thought I was cool. I just felt like my nose was running. I was sweating. I took my ski off. I was leaking all down the block. Bro, my homie got in his hand. My other homie got a little frag and stuff. Really just out the way now for real though. I'm really trying to, I don't know, like I gotta stop doing dumb stuff for real, but really, I'll be in the crib now. I'll probably get into that, like the PC, I'll be in the PC tour, you playing games and stuff. I'll probably get into that streaming too, but they say streaming gets you money.
Yeah, for sure.
They say like, all you gotta be on. You gotta have more than like 3 viewers. You gotta be on for like 5 hours, more than 5 hours, you won't get paid. Bro, you gotta have a few subscribers, it'll be cool. I'm just like, probably get into that.
Yeah. So you know, like what we do at Love City, like they consider that a violence prevention program, right? And I never used to kind of like, I always felt uncomfortable with that label because we know like shit's still happening out here on the streets, you know what I'm saying? But I think like in an indirect way, it kind of is like violence prevention, but in a way that like, if y'all at the program, y'all ain't on the block, you know what I'm saying? And even though it's just for like a few hours, a couple days out the week, it might be one of them hours where something bad could have happened. And it didn't because y'all here, you know what I'm saying? So I feel like what we doing here is not gonna solve everything when it comes to the violence in the city, but I think we're just trying our best to do our little small part. And I think it gotta be like almost like a team effort with other people, the community, the neighbors. How do y'all feel about just having to grow up in a city like this, bro?
It's not even how I thought it was gonna be growing up. Ain't gonna lie.
How did you think it was gonna be?
I thought I was gonna grow as a good kid.
Ain't gonna lie.
I used to be a good kid.
You know what's crazy? I be telling people, bro, like, I remember when I was 11, 12 years old, I used to be telling myself, like, man, I'll never be in no gang. Man, I ain't finna be in no gang. I ain't finna be running the street. Like, hell no, why would I be in the gang for that? I can only go to certain neighborhoods. I gotta stay in my. I'm like, and then next thing you know, like, I'm in the streets like all the way, and it's like you didn't plan for it to happen. It just kind of happened. You know what I'm saying?
Like you gotta realize. You gotta realize. I used to think my pops just be talking. Like, he'd tell me, don't send in cars, don't do none of that. Be on point. My brother tell me too. Like I go outside here and there, but I don't be outside like a lot like that, like no more. Like I used to be trying to go to every party on me, like when parties for real, bro. But like my pop would tell you, like don't be sending cars, don't be none of this. Feel me? Tell me why. As soon as I'm sitting in the car, we sitting at the light turn, that happened. Just like as the older you get, the more stuff you tell you start coming true and start really happening. You realize like, yeah, that's for real.
How do you feel about dealing with like older people? I know it's frustrating, right? Do you think like sometimes like they don't understand you, or like they just be trying to like talk down to you? Do you have older people you can actually have a conversation with around you?
There's certain people, 'cause I feel like certain people, like certain adults, they just be trying to say stuff because like they old school. They want to bring stuff that's all the way from 19 or 1800, whatever. It's 2023. Y'all trying to bring up stuff that's old. It's new law. It's the same law, but new laws.
Mm-hmm.
It's new stuff. It's new. Everything really new that's going on. New cars. It ain't none of them old. Like, I don't know. Y'all had y'all had different kind of phones. Y'all had phones that I gotta talk to like this. We got touchscreen phones and stuff.
Yeah, it wasn't no internet or nothing.
None of that. It's all that now. Y'all be trying to. I get what y'all saying. Like y'all probably went through this stuff, but it's different now.
Yeah, and I think that's why like I've had like Love City had so far the success that it has had, right? Because I never came at nobody like that, because I know like this is a whole different world. It's a lot of the same shit happening, but it's a whole different world out here. And I'm learning from people like y'all, you know what I'm saying? And I think it benefit both of us, right? If I'm learning from you, when I'm around older people, they don't know really what's going on with y'all. They kind of lost. But I know what's going on because I've been learning. You know what I'm saying? And then I think it's on the flip side, like when y'all around older people and you learn a little bit from them, when you're around your homies and shit, it's a lot of shit you're gonna be up on because like you learn something from them. You know what I'm saying? So I think it worked both ways, because I think we could both learn from each other. You know what I'm saying? And I think that's a lot of the mistakes I used to see. Like, and that's one thing when I was doing like violence prevention work. I knew off the bat, I'm not coming like on some, man, you know how I used to be, you know how we used to be doing, you know this how it's supposed to go. Like, oh man, hell no, they're not trying to hear that shit. You know what I'm saying? You need to shut up and kind of like listen to what the fuck going on out here right now and just watch, and so you don't get fucked up. You know what I'm saying? Because shorties, they ain't trying to hear about who you was and none of that. Like that's over with, you know. And I think a lot of times the older dudes, they got a hard time just letting that go and accepting that. But I mean, I think, what do y'all think about one of the things that been all over the news, right? Well, two things. Let's talk about, first of all, like the carjackings, right? The majority of the carjackings, I think something crazy, like 85%. That means like out of 10 carjackings, about 8 of them is people y'all's age. You know what I'm saying? Like, why do you think that number is like that with the carjacking? And not saying that y'all do it, but y'all might know somebody that's doing it, or like, and you might not know, but what do you like? Why do you think shorty's just quick to like put their life on the line like that and risk jail time just to go on the joyride?
Cause look, some people, I feel like some people just going through stuff. Some people I know, some days people lose homies, friends, mom, dads, aunties, uncles, little cousins, anything you know, anybody in your family, close friend, like homie, brother, yeah, shit like that. But like, we've always gotta, you know, everybody don't always just get a kind of joyride. Some people probably do that because they don't want to walk, they don't want to get on the train, bus. But some people get cars, you know, to take care of business because something in their life just happened.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why I feel like people carjack, hijack, all that to get them a car, like to do what they gotta do. But at the same time, there's so many different ways to get a car. You don't always gotta, you feel me, put a gun on a motherfucker to get a car.
Right.
Put a gun on a motherfucker to get some money, any of that. There's always different kind of ways to do what you want to do to get it. You don't always gotta do it how you think is the best way. Because you might think that's the best way, either get buck, now you fighting probably BJO, juvenile life, or you try to get somebody concealed carry, they pop your ass before you pop them. Or if you pop them, now you fight the body. Yeah.
And it's ugly, yeah. You catch an ugly ass case over just like a car, you know what I'm saying? And I think, like I wish people would like kind of process that, but like you said, it's times where like shit's been happening in their life and they just not giving a fuck about life, you know what I'm saying? Like, and this whatever, they don't care. But hopefully, like, maybe by having conversations like this, somebody might hear it and they'll remember this conversation and just kind of like think about it, you know what I'm saying? At least think about it. At least think about what could happen. And then if you still think it's worth it, then, you know what I'm saying? Like, and you want to do it, at least you thought about it. But I think sometimes people don't even think about it. What you think, Trey, about that?
Same thing he said, people just don't want to walk around the project. Like if they look back, it's just, and a lot of people be trigger happy too. I ain't gonna lie. A lot of people, they get guns, they ready to use them.
I know it was one of the youngsters was supposed to sign up for the program. I think he passed away in the carjacking. You know, we had already got his name down or whatever. And then he ended up trying to carjack somebody and ended up dying in an accident or whatever. But it'd be fucked up to see shit like that, man, because I know, like, it didn't have to go that way. You know what I'm saying? And it just kind of like, yeah.
Yeah, you want to do it. He told me, yeah, he want to do it. Bro, he going to do it with us.
Yeah.
Bro.
Yeah, so I remember we had signed him up. You know, your brother had gave me the name already, your name. And then next thing you know, I see him on the news, like, man, it's crazy. And it's just sometimes like discouraging to see like that type of stuff just keep happening over and over, you know what I'm saying? But I think like I said again, it's just like we try to do our small little part. Even the day that happened to you, it was Thanksgiving week, and we didn't have program that week.
The day before Thanksgiving.
Yeah, we didn't have program. If it was a regular week, you would have been at program at that time. That wouldn't have happened. So that should be like on my head. Like sometimes, like I mean, you see all the stuff we got to do to run the program. Me and B be over here carrying like 8 suitcases and opening up and having to get everything set up. And sometimes, like if you motherfucker be tired, like really not feeling it, but then I be thinking like, you know, like it got to do like we got to do our small little part. You know what I'm saying? Like. We might be helping somebody without even knowing, you know, so just kind of like, that's kind of like the mentality motherfucker got. Like, again, we're not going to solve all the issues, but, you know, we're doing our small part. But now, another issue that's involving the young people that been on the news, the trends. What the fuck going on with the trends, man? We going to speak to you because did you get booked at a trend before?
Love trend.
Nah, yeah, it's like, yeah, boom, that first hot weather hit, we go outside, but bro, that's not.
But what attracted you to it?
Straight up though, like people, females, you want to go outside, it be hot, but nah, it's not that cool for real. That's why I say I'm gonna do all that.
So what happened like when it turned like, I get like you just want to go pop out, be around a bunch of other young people, young females or whatever, have fun. How does that turn into like just tearing shit up, burning cars, busting windows? Like, why do you think that turns into that?
It's the city, you just get wild. Bro, you just gotta know when to move around. At first I ain't know when to move around, I just kept going and holding myself. Bro.
Why do you think that turns into that?
Shorty's just fucking bored at this point. I don't even do trend. I don't even do all that being in the crowd and shit. Because me personally, motherfucker try to get on it with me, I'm not going to y'all ass out. And I don't even play that shit. That's why I'm doing trends, because I know I'm going to end up beat somebody else. And I don't got time for that shit.
Man, we were shooting a video last summer, me and my son Dre, and there was one of them trends going on, and the whole crowd was coming like down our street. And I told Dre, like, man, put the camera down, like, and just get ready, you know what I'm saying? Like, we might be boxing this bitch. And I mean, luckily, like, they just kept going, like, you know what I'm saying? They seen me shooting a video or whatever. And motherfucker just kept going, but I was already hoping, like, man, hoping these little shorties don't think, like, it's sweet over here, because, you know, like, I'm not trying to box 10, 12 little wild motherfuckers, you know, like, I know it could end bad, you know what I'm saying? Like, me, like, motherfucker might end up whooping me, stomping me out or some shit, but luckily that didn't happen and shit, but.
The only way motherfuckers be able to stomp you out, they hit you from behind.
Yeah, so.
Yeah, when they home, a lot of them, the more people here, the more tougher they think they is too. The first time I went to the gym, it was 4 of my homies. Us 4. We all outside, we walk. See a big group, they looking at us, they ain't trying. I hear somebody say, the second time I went, I hear somebody say, oh yeah, let's go beat him, he look lonely. Y'all trying to beat on lonely people, you finna fight somebody, yeah. That's gonna be a challenge. Y'all just stuffing people off for a reason.
And I think that's why it take like people like, it ain't gonna be no grown people to tell them like, nah, bro, like that ain't it. It gotta be like people like y'all that's in the age group, like, hey, nah, hell no, we ain't doing none of that goofy shit. I be telling Trey all the time, like when I was y'all age, I had enough sense to not have no goofy ass people around. Even people that were like from the same neighborhood I was, like, nah, you can't get in the car with me. I'm not going to nowhere with you because I know what you be on. You be ready to do some dumb shit, and then I'm with you. You know what I'm saying? So like, nah, like. And if you do come with me, like, we not on that. Man, what's up, Dre? What's up, man? We ain't on that. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I think that's what kind of like what it got to take for a motherfucker to kind of, it got to come from y'all. It's not going to come from the police. It's not going to come from the adults. It got to come from people like y'all. Like, let motherfuckers know, like, and that ain't it, bro. Like, we here to have fun. Like, the fuck you trying to fight? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I know a youngster. Last summer, he was at a tram. He got into a fight. He ended up whooping somebody. Then they shot him. You know what I'm saying? He got shot like 4 times. He died. Like, he's cool. But it's like, bro, you can't even get a fair one. Like, yeah, it's just crazy, bro. And it's fucked up that you can't. It's messed up that you can't go somewhere and just be with that same type of energy, but it could just be all fun. You know what I'm saying? Like, you gotta be a motherfucker like just fucking shit up. Now they got all these type of rules now, like, you know, and hopefully it stays smooth this year and nobody get in trouble. Because you don't want to see people getting shot, killed, locked up or whatever. But they definitely gonna be trying to lock more people up because that's all the grown-ups are saying. Need to lock everybody up.
I heard them say that too. When I was at the station, I heard police talking. Hey man, it's just a bunch of kids. Lock them all up. Anybody you grab, just lock them up.
Yeah.
They on that. That's why other one ain't even go to
Shit goofy. What's the point of doing this? What that's gonna get you?
Bro, and the one like it's like out South Beach trip. That one I ain't even going on. I ain't gonna real like talking about getting the gloves. I'm not finna get the gloves. Nobody say I roll, you get blue, try to jump me. It's not. Nah, bro, I'm not doing that. They crazy.
Yeah.
It's about getting the gloves.
All right, man. I appreciate y'all coming through, bro. Getting on the camera with me, man. Like I said, we're gonna be working together a lot, anyways. We got the Love City Summer Program coming up. We're gonna get you in some more movies. We're gonna get you in some more movies. I need y'all to help me with these cameras too. Like, learn how to work these cameras and shit. We need to learn all this shit. You know what I'm saying?
You don't got shit else to do. Shit, I'm trying not to go outside. I know I go outside. I know I'm gonna do shit.
Oh shit, you got something to do this summer. That you can't have that excuse no more, you know what I'm saying? So I'm glad we locked in, bro. And like I said, I appreciate y'all even fucking with the program, because that make, you know what I'm saying, that let other people y'all age know like this shit's official, it ain't like on no corny shit. And you know, we out here trying to do something positive.
If y'all don't got nothing to do, I advise y'all to give a little sip.
Bro, brain.
And let's get this money. Let's try to do these movies. Let's try to shoot to the moon, bro, and get up out of here.
Yeah. Y'all tune in to my video coming out too, man. Probably coming out in y'all Flexi, man. Take me style remix, man. Y'all tune in to that tune, bro. Got some more house stuff coming too, bro.
And on that note, we up out of here, man. Love from the trenches.
Love from the trenches.
Check it.
If you ain't shooting with Love City, I don't know who you shooting with.